Okay, let's see if we can make this one look good. Gonna leave it on that. Gonna leave it. We're not going to touch the contrast. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Sydney, Australia keychain, key ring. So I've got a key ring with Sydney, Australia. We're going to use this as a demo, a Dinkamozzie demo, whatever. You got to laugh. We Aussies are really big on a certain type of humour. There is a certain humour that we use a lot, and we try to make fun of the situation, and that is toilet humour. I know countries like the USA are also big on toilet humour, but Australian toilet humour has a certain flavour to it, if you must, like the flavour of the old Dunny can or the Thunderbox, which are like toilets that are outside and they just have a huge tin, a huge barrel, and you put a wooden seat over the top and you sit on that, and it's usually in a little shed or a little shelter. And yeah, we like to joke about the toilet, you know, and in particular in light of this coronavirus possible pandemic, things have been happening, not just in Australia, incidentally, but also around the world, where people are bulk buying toilet tissue because they fear that for some reason that if they get quarantined for 2 weeks due to the coronavirus, that they're going to run out of toilet paper. And for some reason they seem to think the toilet paper is a big problem, and they just go out and buy tons of it. So, but the thing is, it just has an Aussie feel to it, because we do love our toilet jokes. And people, like when you look at Twitter and you look at the at what they say, they call it, they give names like toilet paper apocalypse or toilet paper emergency. And even though we're running out, even though the shelves of supermarkets in large part have been stripped of toilet paper, and many people who are innocent, who are not buying up big, they just want a couple of rolls to get them through. And yeah, it's really difficult to deal with the people that just want to fucking buy up big. And basically, yeah, what do you wipe your ass on? You know, it's like, yeah, but there was a really good piece of toilet humour I saw in a very unlikely place. I was on a bus riding into Hornsby. The track work was on, and we got a bus service to get to replace the trains, right? I don't know exactly which station I was near, but there was this church, right? A church, religion, stuff that people absolutely hate. I know my mum absolutely hates religion. I don't blame her. There is a lot of hypocrisy going around, and it's not a good look. But basically, yeah, she hates it. She hates religion, but there was a funny message on the bulletin, on the LED bulletin board out the front of this church, and someone was laughing before I started laughing, and I realised what the fucking joke was. Well, it went something like this. I don't remember all of it, but I remember the basic gist of it. It basically went like this. This was, I think, a Catholic church, if I remember correctly. It basically went like this. Our church, or or this church, blah, 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 basically said, this church, or I forgot how it goes, we try to worship God. We try to have faith in God, not toilet paper. So sorry if it sounded a bit religious. I didn't mean it to sound that way. I'm just trying to get the basic message. So it basically says, this church, the name of the church I forgot, we try to put our faith in God, not toilet paper. And yeah, and this lady on the bus just laughed. And I looked at it and I realised what was so fucking funny. And I saw the message as well. And it was just the biggest laugh. And it came from a religious institution of all places. A fucking church. A church. A place where, because people think Christianity is basically a boring and dead sort of religion, right? But here we got a fucking church with this rather timely, humorous, probably considered tongue-in-cheek joke about this toilet paper issue. And it's the only way you can get through situations like this is to make a bit of a joke out of it. And it was funny. Serious. I mean, the church was serious about it, but at the same time they wanted to make it sound funny, perhaps to make their church less religious looking or less religious sounding and more up to the date, up to the minute with today's concerns. So you just got to laugh. Sometimes you have to fucking find the funny side of things, folks. Stabilizing image. Please wait. Yeah, toilet paper apocalypse. That was one of the hashtags on Twitter in recent times. But the good thing happened to me as well with toilet paper. I was out one morning with somebody with me, and basically, now I'm wondering if we're going to just make that a bit bigger. We're just going to leave it like that. Yeah, I was out with someone, and I was trying to find the funny side of the toilet paper issue. And, I went to Coles in my local area, and all the shelves have been stripped of toilet paper as predicted. So I had a feeling that would happen. But then later on I think I was on my own. I was on my own the first time I visited the supermarket, and I came back with someone else, with that person that I just mentioned. I didn't actually see them in the first visit to the shop. We went to an appointment together, and then after the appointment we decided we had to buy some food for me to have. And basically we went into the the supermarket, and we went down to the toilet paper aisle for some reason, and lo and behold, there were 4 rolls of my favourite toilet paper, Delsey, sitting on the bloody shelf. 4 rolls of Delsey 1,000-sheet toilet roll, recycled paper and shit like that. And basically, yeah, it was there, and I figured it would be good to have extra toilet paper, so I decided not to be greedy, and I thought, well, 2 rolls would be good enough. And then the beautiful thing was, there was a woman behind me who also took advantage of this strange occurrence, and she took the last 2. So I'm really grateful that that I didn't become greedy and take the remaining rolls, and I'm really happy. That made my day. In fact, it probably made my week. That was on Thursday, so I'm really happy that I managed to snap up some dunny roll while I could. But how that happened, who knows what happens. Some strange things happen that we can't explain. You got to believe in something that's going to make you, it's going to bring you through life, even through a toilet paper crisis. So yeah, how that happened, it was amazing. I was really glad, I was relieved that there was some toilet paper to purchase, and it was my favourite brand. Anyway, I think that Aussie demo is gone on too long. I think now we can call it quits.